Hi, welcome to another class. Today we're going to be doing some intervals. It's a good way to get some exercise in. Because intervals are high intensity, you can do a shorter duration workout, and it's a nice option for the winter when it's soggy and still cold as we're heading into spring here. Okay, so today's workout's going to be a seated version, so I'm sitting on a chair in my living room. No armrests on this chair. It gives me a little bit of more room for some of the exercises, but if all you have is a chair with arms, that's fine. We should be able to make accommodations to do that. What I'm going to do is 30-second rounds of 2 back-to-back exercises that are working different parts of the body, and then a little break, and then another round of each. So we'll do 2 rounds of each set of exercises. Because intervals are higher intensity, as with any exercise, you want to check with your doctor and make sure it's safe for you to continue. And the higher intensity does put a little bit of more extra stress on the cardiovascular system. So safety first, but otherwise, if you're cleared to go forward, a high intensity exercise can be really beneficial part of your exercise regimen. So we're going to start seated at the edge of the chair. And the first 30 seconds is going to be marching. So you don't want your back resting up against the chair because you want to use your trunk muscles to hold you up. And we're just going to start marching here. And the way to add an increased intensity is to go really high. So I'm getting my knees up as high as I can, or to increase the speed. So I'm moving my knees as fast as I can, or a little bit of both. If you find this workout program to be pretty easy, you can also add ankle weights to this. It would increase the challenge as well. It's only 30 seconds, so you want to go as hard as you can until the time's up, which is in about 3 seconds here. Good. And rest your legs. We're going to go right into our arm exercise, which is a cross-body punch, one side to the other. Remember, this is 30 seconds, so we want to go kind of quickly. You want to be pretending like you're punching a punching bag, so there's a little bit of force at the end of each punch. And you're going kind of quickly to get through the 30 seconds here. Again, hand weights are always an option to increase the intensity. 3, 2, and 1. Good. And shake it out. So that's the first round. We'll take a little breather in between here to catch our breath. The goal for the 30 seconds is to go hard because it's only 30 seconds, and then you get a recovery period after. So we'll catch our breath here. Little breather. And then we're going to go into our second round. Okay? So we're going back to where we started, back into the marches. And we're going to go high knees here. And keep the intensity up. You want to feel like you're excited for those 30 seconds to be over. Either high, like this, or fast in the speed. Both increase the intensity and the challenge and are not sustainable for very long. We have 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Short little breather before we move on to arms. So arms up, we're going to punch like you're aiming for the opposite shoulder. And 30 seconds here. If you can pick up the speed, go ahead and do so. And use your trunk to control that little bit of rotation side to side, so you're using some of your back and some of your abdominal muscles here. We have 5 seconds left. Good. And relax. Shake it out. Catch your breath. We have a longer break in between the rounds. The goal of the interval exercises is to get your heart rate up for a high intensity, a shorter period of time, and then come back down, which are these breaks in between. And then we go through the next one, back up again and back down. Because it's higher intensity and you can't sustain it for very long, it does make for a shorter workout though. The next one, we're going back to the legs. So on the edge of your seat, this is going to be a stepping out to the side and back in, like so. So you can go high, lifting your knee up as high as you can, or you can work on speed, like you're stepping over a little block on the floor, or like you've got a shoe down there that you're stepping over. I'm using my hands to stabilize my trunk a little bit. You can always move your arms up and have your trunk do all the stabilizing to increase the intensity. Step, 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 step. 3, 2, and 1. Good. On to the upper body. For this one, it's a full rotation to the side and punch, back to the middle, turn and punch, back to the middle, okay? So high intensity though, so either hold hand weights or you're looking at going quickly side to side. Be careful if you have any back issues here because the rotation does add a little bit of a challenging component to that. And use your core, keep it tight to maintain control of your trunk, side to side. Good, and rest. Catch your breath. We'll take a little break here before we do one more round of this one. So we'll go back to the side steps, but catch your breath first. You can always shake it out in between. Lots of deep breaths are good to get your heart rate back down. And breathe. Since this is a video, you can always pause. If I don't take a long enough break for you to be ready for the next high intensity round, you can always hit pause and then play again whenever you're ready. All right, so back to the side steps. Again, I like to be on the edge of the seat for this one. And step side, side, side. Good. This works a little bit at the outside of the hip. And you can raise your hands up. A little bit more of your trunk. The more muscles are involved, the higher intensity it's going to feel. And you can always add some of those leg weights again to make it more challenging or higher motion. Good, last one, each side. Okay, we're going to turn to our rotating punches, side and side. And again, you want to pretend like there's a bag that you're hitting at the end, so you're not just kind of flinging your arm out there, but it's more of a punch at the end, so your muscles are engaged. And we're turning and turning with each one. Control that motion with your trunk and your core. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Roll out those shoulders a little bit as we catch our breath. Before we go to the next round, you can always stretch out the legs straight down in front of you. You can't see mine in order to see me seated on this chair here today, but just stretching out one leg at a time after some of the marches. And breathe. You want that heart rate to come all the way back down so that we feel ready for the next round of exercises. So we're going to go to uppercuts. So hands clenched at your sides, and it's going to be upper, 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 upper. Okay? So we're going to do 30 seconds. You want to kind of come across the body with the punch so that you get a little bit of that core activation with each one of these here. Punch, punch. Now you can increase the intensity almost as much as you want. Okay? So whatever feels challenging for you is what you're going to maintain. Good, and shake it out. We're going to add a seated curl here. So arms behind your head. And for this next one, it's going to be curl forward and up. So you can see from the side here, I am crunching, pulling my abs in tight and coming back up again. Okay? Not just kind of floppily bending forward and letting gravity do it. We want to engage these muscles. So we're going to do 30 seconds now of curls, down and up. And whatever speed you can do and still maintain good quality, quality always matters. You never want to sacrifice just to get more in or be done sooner. Curl up, curl up, curl up, curl up. 3, 2, and 1. Good, relax those arms out. Catch your breath. We're gonna do another round of uppercuts and seated crunches. And I've got one more round for you before we wrap up our intervals today. Deep breath, let it out. You can roll out your shoulders. Okay. Back to 30 seconds of uppercuts. So arms up, hands in a fist. We're coming across like so. Rotate a little bit at the trunk. Use your feet to support you so that your upper body can do the motion and increase that speed so that by the end of the 30 seconds, you're ready to be done. We want it to be challenging for that duration because it's short. 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. One more round of seated crunches. Hands behind your head. Curl forward and up. Curl forward, up. 30 seconds here. Really squeeze your abs as you curl forward. Gravity's going to help you here, so you need to engage those muscles in order to get the feel for it. 5 more seconds. And 1. Good, relax your arms down. Catch your breath here. I'm gonna move back a little bit so maybe you can see my legs. This last one for the legs is a kick. So seated, we're just kicking our legs straight forward, okay? So 30 seconds here. You don't want to go all the way to the end of the range. Just puts a little extra strain on the knees. So the goal would be just kicking straight ahead. You can see from the side here, I'm not locking my knees all the way out. Okay, so 30 seconds starts now. Kick. 30 seconds. Again, my back is not supported by the chair. I'm letting my trunk do all of the work. You can always keep your arms up if you need that. And kick. And kick. And stop. We'll rest there. Okay, we finished our first round of leg kicks and we're going to do side crunches. So again, hands behind your head, and here we're going to go side, side. Nothing really fast with this one because we want to be careful with the back, but we're squeezing the side and contracting as we go side to side. Squeeze, squeeze. Keep your posture up nice and tall. You don't want to hunch forward. Almost like you're sliding your elbows along the wall. We have 5 more seconds here. Good. And shake it out. Catch your breath. One last round here, and then we're going to finish with a round of sit to stands for 30 seconds. So another deep breath in and breathe out. All right, one more round of kicks. So you can have your thighs a little bit more supported on the chair, and we're kicking. My trunk is not leaning up against the seat, however. I'm just doing the movement from the knees out, but I'm letting my trunk keep me up. So those muscles are still working. Good, and you can pick up the pace. It should feel challenging when we get to the end of that 30 seconds. And 3, 2, and 1. All right, quick breather, and then hands behind your head. One more round of side crunches. Want to squeeze that side body as you get down there. Up nice and tall. Lots of control, but high repetitions here. 10 more seconds. Good. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Shake those arms out. A couple deep breaths here to get the heart rate back down. We're going to finish with a 30-second round of sit to stands. I love this exercise because it's so functional and it uses the muscles we don't use when we're sitting, which is our glutes. And they're a big force production muscle for us as humans. So anytime we have a seated exercise, I want to try to do something for the glutes to make sure we incorporate them. If balance standing is an issue for you, have a countertop in front of you when you do this one, or if you use a walker or a rollator, have that in front of you in case balance is a problem. I'm going to turn to the side a little bit so you can see. Okay, and we're going to go 30 seconds up and down. So up. Good, and you want to see how many you can do in this time. So you can see I'm just kind of resting my hips down. I'm not sitting all the way back. Gets me more repetitions here. All right, 10 seconds. My arms are out to help with balance. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Whew. Breather here. You can finish there. Or if you feel up for it, we're going to try one last round of sit to stands. So let your heart rate come back down. We're almost done. Breathe. And in 5 seconds, we're going to do one more round if you feel up for it. Ready? And go. 30 seconds here. The wider your feet are, the better your balance. And breathe. You never want to hold your breath whenever you're doing these exercises. 10 seconds left. You can do it. It's the last exercise. 5 left. 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Good. Catch your breath. Nicely done. Move this chair back. There we go. All right. Couple deep breaths to get our heart rate back down. Roll the shoulders out a little bit. Nice work. Thanks for joining our interval training exercise today, and I hope you enjoyed it. Enjoy the rest of your day.